Is this really how we're going to introduce everything
I think so.
with ASMR?
This is so good, though. Do you want some?
This guy eating a fucking pickle spear. This is how we introduce the revamped podcast, guys.
Do you want some? You want a bite?
I don't.
Really? It's pretty good.
I really don't.
Also, what's kosher?
Not sure.
Like kosher dill pickle. What does kosher mean? Like it's put to sleep or?
Doesn't believe in Jesus or something? I don't know.
Is that what it means?
I have no idea. All right.
You're
Well,
about to fuck me up, dude. All right.
welcome to Nerd Locker Podcast, where we break down the latest in movies, television, video games, and more. Join us as we dive deep into the world of entertainment. My name is Adam.
Oliver.
And welcome to the new setup, guys. This is new title card, new intro that I'm going to fuck up a couple of times, not going to lie. But, guys.
We have a new title? We have a new title?
Not new title, but new title card.
Oh.
Yeah. So, guys, we are here breaking down The Boys episodes 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, and 3.
So much happened.
Yeah, so we're going to try to break as much of it down as we can in 20 minutes. Okay, so let's just go over character arcs. I think that's the best way to do this.
Okay.
It's a lot easier than breaking it down bit by bit. So I think let's start with Homelander. He is fucking losing it, dude. He is going off the deep end. So if you guys don't know, here's a brief recap from season 3. Where we left off was Ryan finally came into the care of Homelander, and Homelander ended up murdering a man that threw a plastic bottle at Ryan. Mm-hmm. And people cheered
During like a rally. Yeah.
And at the same time, Robert Singer is getting voted into office, and Victoria Newman is playing as his VP. So we also know from Gen V that Victoria Newman was also looking for the Gen V virus, or Compound V virus that would basically kill soups. So we do pick up on that in some ways going into this. But yeah, so Homelander's going off the deep end now because he's trying to get Ryan to be on his side by offering him a lot of milk in the form of pure and shake form. And he basically is he's not trying to lose the limelight here, but he also has now come to the point where he's starting to age. So whatever Soldier Boy did to him and taken away some of his powers has definitely helped speed up the aging process for him.
Right.
So with that in mind,
he found like a gray hair.
Yeah. So we have to look at it to a point where like he's obviously collecting them, which was gross as shit.
Weird.
But you can tell even the wrinkles on his face. So he's starting to die as well. We also know that with this in mind, he's having flashbacks at night, which would bring him back to like we see all the crazy shit he's done, but we also see some new stuff with like this red door, which seems like where he was like held
when he was created.
Yeah.
Kind of thing?
So we're probably gonna see some. I think we're about to feel a little bit from Homelander.
Okay.
And I really do believe that
Test.
this guy.
Test.
You're right there.
Okay.
You're
I got
good.
scared.
Yeah, this guy. New setup. He's so crazy.
Can you blame me?
Yeah. So basically, we have him like remembering this. So, and then at the end of it, at the end of season 3, he ends up finding out that Ryan went over to Butcher, and Butcher has been getting through to Ryan because, and we'll get to what happened with Ryan. But prior to that, basically, Homelander throws a statue at a mirror, which splits it into a couple of parts, which shows not just one extra personality, but now 3 other personalities inside of him. And it seems like there's one that's like full on like devil on his shoulder, one that's angel on his shoulder, and the other one that's like kind of chaotic, neutral. Yeah, like the real Homelander.
Yeah, like, listen, guys,
like
take it easy.
we gotta do this the right way, calm way, but the
really
psychotic
weird.
way.
It's
you know,
so odd. But
I
loved it.
We also have. Let's now go down. We have Butcher, who also is dying from the Compound V, and he has 6 months to live, and he wants to make amends with Ryan and keep him safe throughout all this. And he tries to ask for mother's milk to get his help and stuff, and he was rejected. and now it kind of seems like he's getting through to Ryan. So we'll see exactly where this goes, and then from Butcher we'll stem out to our new character, Joe Kessler, who is played by Jeffrey Dean Morgan, who goes by the name Monkey from the comics. So that's one thing I do know. I was always wondering what character he's going to play. As soon as I heard that name, I was like, oh, he's Monkey. And I don't know how they're going to go about that, because in the comics, his moniker came from a certain thing, and I don't really want to talk about it right now because I don't know how they're going to do it in the show because of everything else they fucking showed.
Can we talk about the dynamic between Butcher and Monkey? Like, the acting dynamic is so
great.
well done.
I
It's
want
so well done.
more
It's
of it.
It's so natural.
I want so much more of it.
It's so natural, and I loved it.
I think there's definitely like stuff that was cut, but like I want more interactions
I know.
with him, with also other boys
So
characters
good.
too.
It's so good.
And then let's go off into Mother's Milk, who obviously the actor has shaved his beard and lost a lot of weight. So he looks very different.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And they make kind of a nod to that in the first basically 3 minutes of the first episode, where it's like, you need to eat more. So, and they also acknowledge it later where it's like, you haven't eaten in a while and stuff like that. So they are acknowledging that dramatic change, which I kind of like.
Is he okay, like in real life?
Yeah, he just lost weight. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Just getting in better shape. So basically, you go to that, and then through him, Todd, who we know was more of a Homelander stan going into the end of season 3.
Right, he was a huge Homelander fan.
Yeah. He has gone MIA after being dumped by MM's ex-wife, and we find out that he was only with her because of the D, because he was really good in bed.
D-do.
And he shows up with 2 other Homelander supporters to this kind of like celebration convention, whatever it is, and they get there and they're beaten to death by the Deep, A-Train.
Nope.
Yes.
No, A-Train didn't swing.
Yes, he
the
did.
Deep and Noir.
Oh, that's right.
A-Train didn't swing.
Right. So the Deep and Noir, which Noir, dude.
Fucking.
We'll get to Noir. But
Noir is probably my new favorite character at this point.
But yeah, so we get a lot out of that to where, so Todd gets killed. Fucking good riddance.
Yeah.
And MM has to deal with that and like dealing with telling his daughter and blah blah blah. And then we also have what's going on with A-Train, which
is a lot.
Dude, so A-Train, we get to see his brother in a wheelchair and how he feels with like talking to his nephews and stuff.
Right.
And we kind of get A-Train feeling some kind of remorse for everything he's doing. And he ended up giving this information to Starlight to help exonerate the 2 Starlighters that were arrested for this crime that they tried to frame on them.
Yeah.
And I'm jumping all around, guys, because there was just so much.
There was a lot
Next
of information.
Week,
like
when we have one episode, we'll talk more.
There was a lot going
so
on.
I'm going to jump around. Just the things that like stood out to me. So I think A-Train is definitely on a path of redemption because he obviously saves Huey later. So we are definitely, I think, which this is the only thing with the boys. So guys, we had, so it was weird how this news came out. So Eric Kripke has said over the past couple of months that the boys are going to go past season 5.
Okay.
And then news came out that season 5 is the last one. And then news came out afterwards that he said he was fucking with everyone and it was never going to go past season 5.
No?
Ever.
Okay.
It was always leading up to this moment. So we are going to steadily pass through this.
So is this the last season?
So, no, next season. This is season 4.
Okay.
So this is the second to last.
Gotcha.
So they're going to set up a lot of this.
Okay.
And I think...
Does that mean the Gen V doesn't get a season 2?
It does get a season 2.
Okay.
So it's going to happen between 4 and 5.
I see. We're getting a lot. We're still getting a lot.
So we are still getting season 2 of Gen V, and then we're going to get that. I don't think we're going to get Gen V season 3, especially after the passing of Chance and stuff.
Right,
so like,
right.
We'll see exactly what they do with that. So we're going forward to these things that I think they're heading towards. These are my theories I'll put in the second half of this, but they're definitely heading towards something between Ryan and Homelander at some point. And so we'll talk about one other character I want to bring up that was very prominent in all this. Honestly, I think Huey. So Huey has a lot of issues throughout all these 3 episodes where he's kind of really much like, I got to do this, I got to do this, I got to do this. And he's trying to help Starlight as much as he can. And he ignores his dad's phone calls, find out his dad had a stroke.
Right.
And ends up coming face to face with his mother who abandoned him when he was a kid. And we find out later that she left because she had post-mortem or after you have a child, depression.
Yeah.
And she tried to kill herself. She had to leave. And ever since then, she was not allowed to talk to Huey. Then she just eventually gave up. So we kind of get like a rekindling between them, which is great. Some characters that didn't get a lot of... I don't think Starlight got a lot of character progression these first 3 episodes. She was there, but she wasn't.
She got a little bit fleshed out, but not as much as I thought would happen.
The Deep got more fleshed out. We got to see him and his octopus.
Yeah, that was
and
weird.
And him like asserting dominance in a different way.
The Deep is lying to everyone, saying that he got rid of the octopus.
We also have our new character Firecracker, who was introduced, and she's kind of like a very right-wing podcast person,
podcasty person that has a past with
Starlight, and Starlight was very much at fault for what that is, but maybe there's a chance of redemption there. Who really knows?
And then we have this new character, Sister Sage.
Sister Sage, who has come in, and she is the smartest person in the world. And she is sought out by Homelander at first to
in regular clothing.
Yeah, in regular clothing, which was jarring, and to ask him like, "Hey, what are you like?" Oh no, he asked her like, "Tell me about me, like, give me what you think about me," because to find out that she's like very truthful and everything.
She gave him the fucking lowdown.
So basically, he asked her to help him figure out how to basically become God Emperor of the world. And this is her plans now in motion in these first 3 episodes. But it definitely seems like she has an ulterior motive. There's something more there. We'll see exactly where she's getting to with that. And then the other character I want to bring up before we go to our sponsor is Black Noir. So we get Black Noir coming back, and nothing's really said except that this is a new Black Noir. We get, like, within the world, they have hired somebody to play Black Noir
and that's
to hide the fact that he's dead.
Yeah.
And this person is played by the same actor, but now can talk.
But if you look at the credits, this is Black Noir 2.
Yeah. So he can talk, and he is definitely questioning everything that's going on.
Dude, what the fuck, man? What do I do here?
So this is the thing. So I will say this. This is one thing I want to bring up about Black Noir before. Okay. He is definitely someone that was hired in, but has his own power set. Whether or not that's similar to Black Noir is not entirely known to me, but at the same time, he fucking domed that motherfucker the bat.
He did dome him.
So
Dome him?
Domed him.
He domed him.
But like, he has super strength,
right?
Which makes me wonder if they're still gonna pull the comic twist with Black Noir.
I don't know what the comic.
But we'll see where that goes.
That's interesting.
Before we get into that, here's a word from our sponsor. Let's talk about data breaches. You know how creepy it is to get ads that are like way targeted?
It's absurd. I literally got a text the other day, and it just said, "Hello, Oliver. How are you today?" I'm like, I don't know you. How do you know my name? What's happening?
I sometimes respond to them like, "Who is this?" And they're like, "Nah."
They're like,
they don't respond back at all. Yeah. I also get like weird Instagram ads, things like that. It's so weird. And the thing is, like, these data brokers, they have your full name, your address, your email, and your health records. And they sell it all for like $1, dude. Quick dollar.
Honestly, so that's why I started using Aura. It's like a superhero for your privacy. It's great. It's amazing. It scans the dark web for your information that's being sold, and then bam, automatically opts you out of those shady websites, so you don't get those really creepy messages that I definitely don't like. You get less spam, and that's just the beginning. Like, having your info out there makes you a target for hackers who could also just crack into your social media, bank accounts, and the whole 9.
Really? Huh. Well, you know, the thing is with Aura, they go above and beyond just privacy, though. They also have VPNs, they also have antivirus, and they have a password manager, like, you know, someone that doesn't forget.
What?
They even have parental controls and identity theft insurance. It's all pretty good. And not only that, it just keeps it simple instead of all those different apps that you have to download and stuff like that.
It's really, really annoying. But look, I know you might already have some of these features covered, but think of it like this. Aura has 24/7 security. That's like the whole week and then some hours. That's crazy. Yeah, well, yeah, that's like all the hours.
Yeah, that's all the hours.
It's basically a 24/7 security guard working tirelessly in the background so you can browse, game, and stream with a peace of mind.
It's honestly one of the best services, guys, especially for different things. Instead of all the malware protection, you get your own VPN service, all that stuff in one.
You get VPN?
And VPN, yeah.
Oh, wow.
So honestly, with all that, you can get it's all for an affordable price too. But if you guys want to try it out, you guys can go to aura.com/nerdlocker and you guys can get a 2-week free trial to try it out and see exactly how it is. It's going to change everything for you guys. It was crazy how much of my stuff is on the dark web.
Less spam.
It's so much on the dark web, guys. They have all the information that you can even think of. Like, just do yourself a favor, make your online life a lot easier with aura.com/nerdlocker. Down below, get a 2-week free trial.
2-week free trial, huh?
Yep.
I like
14 days.
14 whole. Yeah, you got 14 fingers over there?
10 and 4. 14.
That's not 4. You just did this.
Pick number 3, my lord. And we're back. So the big thing I want to get to real quick is Black Noir and the twist from the comics. So I know we've talked about this before, and I've spoiled this for people. So again, spoiler alert if you're still trying to stay away from comic spoilers. But in the comics,
Okay.
Black Noir never was killed at first, but was always a mystery, and no one really knew who it was. And maybe you forgot exactly how I told you this. Maybe you just pushed it out of your head because you don't want spoilers. But too bad.
Okay, here we are.
In the comics, Black Noir is revealed to be a clone of Homelander.
Oh.
And that's from Vought to keep tabs on him if he ever went rogue.
That's cool.
Kill him with himself.
Okay.
Which makes me wonder, are they doing that now? Because this could be a teenage Homelander. Because the actor underneath providing the voice is one thing, but they could be fucking with everyone. Or the one he killed was his clone, and he came back and recovered from being killed, and they're just waiting for him in the recovery stage and put this other person in.
That could be.
So there's also that, because the other one did not talk, and we do not know, but he did know that Soldier Boy was his father, which doesn't make sense of how he would know if he was just the Black Noir that they were trying to portray. You know what I mean? So there was a lot there. Another thing I think is going to happen is we're definitely getting instead of like Homelander versus Black Noir, like clone thing that we got at the end of the Boys comic, I think it's going to be Ryan versus Homelander instead. Like that's their replacement for it. And I think Ryan's going to win, but I think it's going to be at a very big cost, you know? And we all know Butcher's going to die by the end of this. I don't think Huey's going to die. I do think
Starlight, dead.
Starlight will not die.
No.
I do not think Huey and Starlight are in danger. I think MM will die. Frenchie will die.
Damn, Frenchie, dude.
Kimiko will probably die.
All the good people.
I could tell you for a fact, I know, like, Newman and her, like, now starting to go to our side. As soon as you start to go to our side, you're dead.
You're dead.
Her and A-Train, fucking done. Because you can't come to the hero side without, like, that, like, kind of
that
self-sacrifice, you know what I mean? And I don't know, guys, this was a huge, like, fucking launch into all this. We got Jeffrey Dean Morgan back, and it's kind of funny because they did a little, like, supernatural reference because you see, like, the little picture of Soldier Boy, and then it goes over to Jeffrey Dean Morgan, and then afterwards it cuts to Bobby Singer. So it's like, which is played by Jim Beaver, who, again, from Supernatural. So they got all that. Also, I want to end it on the grossest fucking scene.
God,
guys. Okay, so episode 2. Last season, first episode opened up with us getting right into that penis hole and boom, blows up. Right?
That was wild. Ugh.
So we are now to a point where we get another supernatural character.
Guys.
Rob Benedict who played Chuck Shirley in AKA, spoiler for Supernatural, God, in Supernatural, is playing this multiple man kind of character
like
who is in love with
himself.
Firecracker.
And
there is a... So he can split himself like multiple man, guys. So there's a point. Or like Duplicate from Invincible. Just, it seems a lot more agonizing to split himself. It seems like it's painful. But they go to or
Sauna.
who's following them? It's Frenchie and is it Kimiko?
Yeah.
Yeah. Frenchie and Kimiko follow him to a sauna, and they start hearing grunting. They go into the sauna, and they find him with him and him and him and him and him and him.
It's like 7 of them.
And a pitcher of firecracker. To which the first, I'm assuming Prime, had a pitcher of firecracker and was pleasing himself, while the rest of him was human centipeding
Dude.
each other.
If human centipeding is a verb, you have a problem.
Let me tell you how I thought Amazon had some censors. It doesn't.
They don't.
Because this one was like not only just graphic, but like...
We got in there. We got in there. This dude picked hair from his mouth.
Yeah.
I'm not even joking. He had fucking like slobber. Dude, it was fucking
And then later,
wild.
all those clones got pink eye.
And then, yeah! We're echoing a lot in here.
Yeah. Guys, we're sorry about this. We'll get this right.
Oh my god, dude. Oh my fuck, man. I cut the episode. I can't do this.
All I'm going to say is this was a crazy, crazy opening, and I cannot wait to see where this goes and how we're going to end season 4. And hopefully we get Jared Padalecki in season 5, and hopefully it has nothing to do with...
Ass eating.
Yeah. Anyways,
Or dick touching.
speaking of ass eating, where can they find you?
You can find me on OnlyFans at... No, just kidding. You can find me on the Sphere 21 on any social media except for OnlyFans. But on TikTok, I am... You guessed it. I'm Oliver Convey.
You can find me at Amore Photography. You can find this podcast at Nerd Locker Podcast. You can find our studio, Archangel Studios Official, anywhere you get all of that on all social media. And we will see you guys next week for The Acolyte and just one episode of The Boys.
I feel like you made me shorter on purpose.
I feel like
here.
you just get shorter.
I don't... I've had said that. Someone said that to me before. But I feel like... Look at all this space you left
All right.
me. What is
Bye,
this?
guys.